Kantara is actually showing to what we are showing is completely different.
Okay.
It's different. It's like two sides of the coin.
In the last 2 years, all I want to do is do a character which has an impact in the story.
I have never thought about the numbers. The numbers keep on changing because numbers are meant to change.
I would say I have put my heart and soul. We all have given our blood, sweat and tears to the film, literally.
Initially, starting off my career, I saw like good success in commercial films.
Yeah.
So I continued that. So उसके बाद तो 6 flop हो गया.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us Sai and Samyukta. Welcome to Pinkvilla
Thank
guys.
you,
It's
thank
lovely
you.
having you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now my first question is to both of you. Your film Virupaksha is a blockbuster in the Hyderabad and Telangana and across the southern market. It has done I think 75 crore worldwide.
In Telugu only.
Yeah.
Telugu only worldwide. Yeah.
Yeah, 75 crore.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Did you both expect this sort of response when you were shooting the film?
Well, the moment I heard the script,
Yeah.
I believe that this has got a potential for a pan-Indian level because it's based on a lot of occult practices.
Yeah.
So that will be definitely something that will be attract the audience. So I never thought about the number. I only thought it's a good story. A good story has to be told to a lot of people
Yeah.
across the boundaries, across the borders.
Yeah.
I thought that this will do wonders. So that was my only thought. My only thought was to get the story to different places. So in that way we are doing it. We're promoting the film in different states as well.
Okay. But the numbers are completely.
I have never thought about the numbers. The numbers keep on changing because numbers are meant to change.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Okay. And for you, how did you?
Let's keep the numbers aside.
Yeah.
Because as actors, it's something which we are least bothered about. We are more focused on the craft
Yeah.
and the effort that we put into it.
Yeah.
So my journey with Virupaksha started 2 years back from signing the film, then preparing the film. And I think we have done a lot of work. See, I would say most of the times we do the films by just, reading the script and entering the set and just acting.
Yeah.
For me, the process of Virupaksha was much, much longer. We had a lot of workshops and we had to develop an underlying hidden screenplay for my character.
Okay.
So you see that, I've always seen those master classes from my favorite actors and they talk about, how they get a bound script and they work on the character and they, write and create a character graph and everything.
Yeah.
So this is the first film
Where you got?
I covered all that part and for me, because of, I would say, I have put my heart and soul and we have given we all have given our blood, sweat and tears to the film, literally. So for me, it was a dream. So I just wanted the film to work. I wanted the audience to come to the theatre, enjoy the extravaganza which we have created on the screen and just get into the world of Rudravanam and just love us.
Right. But have you ever encountered such practices in your life which is shown in the film? It's a mystical thriller, so or have you heard about it before you heard the script?
There's this quote which says, "We're all the daughters of the witches that we have burnt hundreds of years." But have you heard that quote? It comes from the witchcraft culture from the Europe.
Okay.
See, I don't believe in it, but see, that comes from a very, this feminine, and you read that quote all the time.
Yeah.
So I personally do not know anything about this, but I come from Kerala.
Yeah.
So there are temples which is not exactly this. I would say what we have shown in the film is something else. It's a lot of fantasy, a lot of mysticism, a lot of creativity into it. Honestly, the director have put in like from Africa, from Europe, and from everywhere. He has mixed cultures and just figured out his own style of practices. So I've heard about it, and before starting, when I was working on the script, I obviously researched a lot about it. So when I was shooting in London for a film, I went to a bookstore, picked up books. I still remember the person was just staring at me because out of all the books, out of all the classics that was there, I am only picking, witchcraft, that reading, this reading. So I was like, okay, and I carried it here. And I would say, out of the 5-6 books or more than that I picked, the director just picked up one symbol out of it. But that gave me a lot of satisfaction. Okay, something I've given my contribution.
Correct.
So that's it.
And for you?
मेरा तो एक ही है बस, हनुमान जी. I don't believe anything else.
Okay.
Because he's been my best friend since my childhood.
Okay.
He's been there with me throughout that. I believe in that.
Okay.
So one belief I have is him.
Okay.
So he's been there with me and throughout.
Yeah. And he gives you strength basically.
Yeah, definitely. A belief,
Yes.
strong belief. So rest of the other things, I haven't thought about it.
Okay.
मेरे पास तो कोई आइडिया भी नहीं है.
Okay.
और देखने सोचने के लिए भी बहुत very scary. I am तो very scared.
Okay. And the film is written by Sukumar sir. Was it always supposed to be a film written by him, or was he ever contemplating of directing it and then pushing?
It is not written by him.
Yeah.
The story is the Karthik Dandu's.
Yeah.
The screenplay is by Sukumar sir.
Yeah.
Only the screenplay.
Okay.
It was never meant to be like Sukumar sir wants to direct this film. It has always been Karthik.
Okay.
Karthik is one person who believes that in his story, and he's been working very hard for it.
Okay.
He worked almost, let's say, one complete year just for the story, and Sukumar sir was helping him with the screenplay, like where to come, when to come, which scene will open then, which scene will give you the continuous flow.
Okay. The highs.
The highs and lows, yeah.
He knows the
took care.
pulse. You can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah.
Pushpa.
He knows,
created
yeah, of course.
that.
He, keeping aside Pushpa, this is film, I think, he has done magic. You will see it, once you see it, you will get to know.
Yeah.
He has done magic in screenplay.
Okay.
The way the story unfolds,
Yeah.
bang on.
And it's fast paced.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
It's perfect
enough.
theatrical cut.
Perfect for a mystical thriller.
True.
Yeah.
And you know, when I watched the trailer of the film, there was one more film, Kannada film, which released last year, that is Kantara.
Yeah, Kantara.
Have you seen that film, the worlds of the film and you know the setup? It does have some references, similar references, because both the films are based on a culture which is practiced in a native culture basically. So how do you
Well,
view that?
Kantara is different to this because this film is set in a small village in the hill station
Okay.
in Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
So that's where the story is happening.
Yeah.
So the culture is different. So what Kantara is actually showing to what we are showing is completely different.
Okay.
It's different. It's like two sides of the coin.
Okay.
Yeah. Two sides of different coins.
Okay. So that's again
Yeah.
something we would.
Something.
Yeah.
Some that you have to experience.
Okay.
So once you get a feel of the film, then you get an
Yeah,
experience.
an experience. Okay. And you know, this is a question for both of you. As actors, what are the kind of characters that you are drawn towards in today's time?
At this point of time, only thing I thought of is something very relatable, something which you can actually relate to,
Yeah.
and something where you have seen in real life. In real life, that's how we actually have. That's what attracts me.
Okay.
That actually gives me the thought, or it gives me that urge to do something about it.
Okay.
And then I want to add my own this thing.
Flavor.
So what if I was there? Exactly. So what if I can do this?
As-
What will happen? So I have to actually add in my
Touches.
additions or touches.
To
Exactly.
the character.
Yeah.
And for you?
You should be truthful.
Yeah.
You know, when you go through a character, when you read the story, when you read the character, it feels it here. See, I think for every actor who, you know, say yes to a script, there is that one wow moment for us.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that yes moment should be there. So, and I would love to experiment with myself. I think
Okay.
I've always experimented.
Yeah.
Always experimented, and I would love to experiment more.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, if you look at your filmography from Uyyare to
Uyyare,
Kadua,
yeah.
Vatti, Virupaksha, and so many more.
Yeah.
Is there any particular thing that you look into a script?
Way I select the scripts and characters have changed,
Yeah.
like from the beginning to now. So in the beginning, I never wanted to be an actor. So for me, when I realized that, so this is where, you know, this is what it is written
Yeah.
for me, then that there was that urge to go experience everything.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do this experimental films, and I want to do this thrillers,
Yeah.
romantic, and everything and anything. I just went ahead and did it. I just did not think too much about it. And then came a stage where I realized the importance of selecting the right screenplay and the importance of selecting the characters. And as I said before, that there should be the truth
Yeah.
in the character. So from in the last 2 years, all I want to do is do a character which has an impact in the story. It shouldn't be like a character, you know, which can be taken off in the final edit. It's as simple
Yeah.
as that. You know, it doesn't fall in the main storyline. It doesn't fall in the main narrative. So it's okay if she's
Yeah.
not there. Nothing happens to the story. So I don't want to do
Those
that.
kind of
I'm not preferring,
Yeah.
but just cannot predict anything in this. Just going with the flow. But I would say my preference would be the one that, you know,
Makes an
makes an impact.
And so, you know,
Yeah.
9 years, I think this is your ninth year
ninth
in
year,
the
yeah.
industry. What is the sort, you know, you are born and brought up in a film family.
Yeah.
You have seen stardoms
Yeah,
of all
true.
kind.
Yeah.
What is the personal aspiration for you? Like, what kind of stardom do you want to achieve? Because you have seen it all. I
Yeah.
mean, the biggest of the biggest of the stardom that you have seen
True.
through your journey. So,
So I believe only one thing. So whatever my elders have actually set up,
Yeah.
the stardom, I don't want to bring it down. I want to keep it there and I want to maintain that. And I want to, if possible, I want to make it bigger. I don't want to make it small. And I don't want to pull that down. I don't want to pull the standard down. So whatever I'm doing, I'm only working hard to not to pull it down. How to maintain the standard. To make sure that standard is there and it goes higher.
okay.
So that in that way, a lot of responsibility, a lot of discipline, and a lot of hard work. So I have actually gained all that.
Okay. If you look at your filmography all through the years, at one point of time you did a lot of commercial films which were in the masala space.
Yeah.
And now in the last 3 years there's a massive shift.
Yeah.
You are doing films in the different
Yeah.
spaces. Is that a conscious move from your end to shift the genre?
Basically, I saw initially starting off my career, I saw like good success in commercial films.
Yeah.
So I continued that. So उसके बाद तो 6 flop हो गया. So life taught me don't follow what you actually had success with. Do something different to maintain your own streak, to maintain your style. So the moment I did that, I saw different films and I saw different doors opening up. Like new people, new scripts, new ideas coming up. I was like, this is very interesting. There's something close to my space.
Okay.
Where I thought this something will work in other languages and in other people's thoughts,
Yeah.
other people's dimension,
Yeah. Okay.
in the way of thinking.
True. Actually, you know, that was actually my next question for the two of you. Being in the industry for so long, how have you learned to deal with success and failure? Because every Friday that game changes for
Yeah,
actors.
true.
So, how do the two of you deal with both the things?
Success and failure is something which is a part of your life.
Yeah.
No matter what, in whatever profession that you are facing, you are doing, you will always face a success or failure. So it's just that once you see success, you should be humble or grounded. Once you see failure, you should always be ready to accept the challenge.
Okay.
You can't take it up like, "Arey failure हो गया, तो मैं छोड़ दे रहा हूँ." No, you have to be there. Make sure that you do what is right.
Yeah.
Make sure that your path is very clear in what you want. No matter what you face, you have to go ahead. There are so many things that you will face, but don't give up.
Yeah.
And for you?
Yesterday, I was having a conversation with a close friend of mine about the whole process of how to detach. So I have spoken to a lot of actors, a lot of co-actors. They all, everyone who has been through this journey for so many years have this one thing in common. They know how to be attached but detached. They are with the movie, but they know how to just detach it and then go for 2 days before the release, they're away from all of it, they're in a different life altogether. But then comes the question, is it always possible? Really no. Honestly, no. For example, for this film, I'm really attached to this film.
Yeah.
I'm so close. I mean, in fact, the last day of the shoot, when I was, I wrote this in my journal. So I somehow feel that Nandini is there. And it's very difficult to bid goodbye to her. And that was a moment I actually cried.
Okay.
That has never ever happened. So I think there are those moments where we just can't detach
Maybe
from
some
it.
films will have that impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you are too much into the character, that's when you.
Exactly,
yeah.
that's what has happened with me. Really like that 2 years of working and getting that character inside me. I was actually very much attached to it. But everybody should know when to just cut off and
Yeah. And on social media, and I think even on the Telugu portals, I am seeing so much about the demand for a sequel to this film. Are there talks on? I believe there is something which is.
Once you see the film ending,
Yeah.
there's a small snippet where actually we are showing a revelation of the second part.
Yeah.
So we are in the plans, but not right now. Slowly, we want, because the standard of writing is very high.
Yeah.
Virupaksha. So Virupaksha too has to match up to that or to go better.
Yeah.
So it can't be just
So
like
there's an idea.
there is an idea.
Okay.
So we're just waiting for the right time and the right story.
Okay. And last couple of questions.
please.
You know, you are working with Pawan Kalyan sir,
Yes.
and I think, I mean, there's so many online fans and even reports that you are the only person from the family
Yeah.
who has gotten the chance to work with Pawan Kalyan sir.
Actually, that is false.
Yeah.
My other two uncles also worked with him, but
I
in
think
a different way.
Yeah. How is that experience like working with him, and what are the sort of bond that you
Basically, me and Kalyan Garu share a bond of Guru and Shishya. So he's my Guru. He taught me a lot of things.
Yeah.
He taught me about life. He taught me about films. He taught me about how to play with toys, how to play with Legos. He taught me about Star Wars, Star
Yeah.
Trek. So he's the one who introduced me to all these.
Okay.
He taught me about Yoda, Master Yoda, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So he's my Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm his Padawan. So I always call him Padawan. I always call him Obi-Wan. Obi. He's like, hey.
You have fun on this.
Yeah. So it's always like there's a bond that is more evident than anything else.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a Guru Shishya bond. So in that way, he just teaches me where to calm down, where not to. Yeah, he just calms me down.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are your upcoming films like for both of you?
For me, I'm doing a film with Kalyan Garu, that film. And then I'm doing a film with a newcomer again. And then I have a film with a newcomer again. So, and then Sampath Nandi, one established director.
Okay.
So, a commercial film.
Oh.
So, I'm basically juggling between newcomers and commercial director.
Okay. And
So yeah, my next film would be titled as Devil. So it's again a period film. Somewhere I've been so many films I'm doing in that. So it'll be it's shot basically in Telugu, but we are planning to release in all languages.
Okay.
That's one film. And another film which I'm doing is a Malayalam film. It's titled Ram. It's with Mohanlal sir, and it is directed by Jeethu Joseph.
Yes.
It's kick-ass.
Yeah, the combination itself says
It's
it.
kick-ass,
Yeah.
exactly. The combination itself says it.
Perfect. And any plans of Hindi film? You have done all languages, that's why.
Yes, I have done all languages.
Maybe after this Friday.
I'm
Yeah.
getting, I've gotten good offers. I've auditioned for a few. But the thing is, somewhere, see, the start is very important here.
Yeah.
I just don't want to, do something and then clean the mess.
Yeah.
So I would just love to start in the best possible way.
Fingers
So,
crossed.
yeah.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank
It
you
was
so
lovely
much.
speaking to you, and wish you all the best for.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Hi, this is Sai Dharam Tej.
Hello, this is Samyukta.
You guys are watching us on Pinkvilla.
Pinkvilla.